Join me as I put Grab to the test to see if it's a better option than actually owning a car here in the Philippines. When it comes to transportation here in the Philippines, one of the biggest debates is whether you should buy a vehicle or use a service like Grab for your transportation needs. In this video today, I want to kind of give you a rundown of the pros and the cons of both and tell you kind of what I do in my life that works for me. And hopefully through this discussion, you might find something in it valuable for you too. So is owning a car in the Philippines the best option, or is using a service like Grab a better option for you? Let's find out. Car ownership in the Philippines can be a real challenge. And one of the bigger factors that you have to decide about is the cost. I mean, we're talking about a lot of expenses, and believe me, they can pile up quickly. If you finance a car, there's a loan amortization. It's a lot of Filipinos do that, and that can add up to a lot of money. On average, Filipino can spend 154,000 pesos just on the interest alone. Then you've got LTO, the DMV of the Philippines. You've got that. It's going to cost you at least 3,000 pesos. You've got insurance. It's going to cost you about 20,000 pesos per year, which really is not that bad, but it's an expense that you need to think about. You've got fuel costs. Every time you fill that car, that vehicle with fuel, it's going to cost you. You've got parking fees here. Sometimes you got to pay a little bit to park somewhere. Especially if you're in Manila or Cebu, parking can really be a hassle. And owning a car, maintenance fees, the list goes on and on. Sometimes one car repair may be as much as $1,000, $2,000. On top of that, you're probably, if you're smart, you're going to go back to that dealership and take advantage of their maintenance program. It's going to cost you in that way as well. Any way you go, owning a car in the Philippines is going to take a lot of money out of your pocket. According to my calculations, the traditional way of buying a car here in the Philippines is going to cost the average person about $10,000 US, 484,000 pesos. I just did a Google search and found that out. So that's that. I mean, it's $10,000 a year. Now, you can do things a little different. You could buy it outright, but then you're going to spend at least $20,000 US, or at least $1 million in pesos to get a decent car. And that doesn't even count the stress of driving in the Philippines. I have 2 motorcycles and I ride them somewhat. I don't ride them as much as I used to because I've had 2 accidents that really messed me up for a while. And they were minor accidents. And I don't want to get into an accident out there in a vehicle either, because it's nice to sit in the back of a Grab and just go along for the ride. As they say in America, Greyhound, leave the driving to us. Leave it to somebody that's used to that kind of traffic. You know, you get in such close situations in traffic, especially downtown Iloilo City. It can be pretty hair-raising sometimes. So that's something you got to think about with car ownership. When you put together all these expenses of ownership and buying a car, it really makes Grab look a lot more appealing. Now, I am not supported by Grab. I don't get any money from Grab. I wish they'd give me some. But I'm just saying, for me personally, right now, at this point in my life, not to say that won't change, but all those expenses add up to one thing. Right now, I'm using Grab. Right now, I'm only paying about $80 on average per month with Grab. And I go basically anywhere I want to. I took a ride up to the mall here in Pavia this morning. It cost me about $2 and something. And to come back, it was about $1.80 something. I can't beat that. I ride in a brand new vehicle and somebody else is driving. I can sit there and look at my phone or just look out the window, and I just leave the driving to them. I mean, when you think about it, with Grab, you don't have to worry about any of those expenses or headaches. You can just sit back, relax, and let somebody else handle the driving for you. And let's be real, it's not like you're sacrificing comfort and convenience. Grab has a range of options. you can actually pick the style of car that you want to come to your house. You can pick a 4-door, you can pick a 6-seater van, a nice car, SUV type car. So there's a lot of options with a Grab. Maybe it's just you and your girlfriend or you and your wife going, get a Grab 4-seater. Gonna fit you. But say you want to take your wife and the family, then you go and you get a bigger Grab. The options, you can select the options. When I looked at the pros and cons of owning a car versus using Grab, the thought of owning a car went way down on the list of my priorities. When I can spend $80 per month and ride in pretty much luxury with no liability in a clean, air-conditioned vehicle driven by someone else, for me, it's hard to make the case for owning a car. Plus, with Grab, this happened to me the other day. We're going somewhere, and I said, oh no, we need to go here first. You just take your phone out, you change the destination on the fly. You can change it. You don't have, one thing I've not mentioned, you don't have to negotiate with taxi drivers. It's cut and dried. You know what the fee is, they know what the fee is, everybody's in agreement. And let's not forget about the environmental impact of using Grab. Everybody doesn't have to have a car. It means less air pollution and less congestion on the roads. So what's the verdict? Is Grab really a better option than owning a car in the Philippines? Well, it really depends on your situation. But for me, the benefits of taking a Grab far outweigh the drawbacks. To recap, we've got the high cost of car ownership, the stress and liability of traffic, the hassle of maintenance and repairs. On the other hand, with Grab, you've got convenience, comfort, flexibility, and all this for a fraction of the cost. So what's your take on this? Do you prefer using Grab or owning a car? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about Philippines transportation, watch for my next video. Thanks for watching.